Stay scheming.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. My name is D-Realize, and I'm feeling a bit awkward. I'm feeling a little exposed out here. I'm okay with recording out in public and talking to myself, obviously, but I feel a little odd doing it with a fucking phone because I gotta have it all like stretched out like this. My fucking fat ass thumb getting in the way. But I digress. What I wanted to go ahead and discuss in today's video is, I guess, my goal, my financial goal of saving up to 10K. The most that I've done and saved is up to like 2K. And quite honestly, I went to the shitter because as soon as I held that much, I was ecstatic to go ahead and let other people know about that. Family, friends, and I'm not gonna say that they ran my fucking pockets or anything like that. People tend to become more available whenever you have the financial incentive. I wouldn't really go ahead and blame that on friends or anything like that. Sure, people were more inviting me to go to shows, to drink with them, to just party up, you know, if I have the fucking money for it. And also, it's like that sort of thing where I'm trying to impress people because I got money. I'm like, okay, don't let the people down. I remember bringing it up to my mom that I had saved a good amount of money, and she's like, I bet you could pay more in rent. Yeah, man. I've sort of just been thinking about it a lot more recently. I mean, obviously, as time goes by, you really got to consider where your finances lay and what the fuck you're doing with your money and your time and all that. I guess you could say I'm a bit of a late bloomer when it comes down to that. I've definitely fucked around and found out. So, yeah, you know, 10K, it doesn't seem like that much, if you want me to be honest. I mean, obviously, when it comes down to like car payments and stuff like that, it's plenty. But in terms of actually playing around with it, that's actually nothing, bro. It's actually fucking nothing. I'm hearing people say that like $1 million isn't gonna really be enough in 10 years from now. Not to say that it's not gonna be enough, but that isn't going to really be considered a large amount of money as it is today. So, moving forward, my goal is really $3 million. Yeah, man, these points are going to be all over the place. As you can tell, I'm on my break right now. But half of the reason why I even wanted to go ahead and make a video regarding this is, of course, as motivation, as a sort of fucking reminder as well that, you know, how important it is to just treat my finances with respect. Because you know, something that had occurred recently is I had gotten reported for being on my fucking phone. And that is fucking crazy, bro. Because a nigga just listened to the fucking Jimmy Neutron clips on the fucking shift. And I'm not doing it while we're all busy and shit. I could be doing while I'm folding laundry, while I'm fucking, you know, doing something monotonous like checking in invoices or just cleaning up the place, you know? Whereas a lot of these other chicks, I'll be honest, are just fucking watching basic bitch fucking reels. You know, I'm not even talking shit about someone else's For You page because mine's is pretty fucked up too. But yeah, no, it's fucking crazy, bro. It's like, the reality of it is that a person could get fucking fired for doing something that is a lot less in frequency as another person. And then you could go ahead and go into a tangent of favoritism or unfairness and all that. But at the end of the day, you know, and I mentioned this in other videos, and including one that I'm working on at the moment, that, you know, you could be right, but you're not always going to be right. And I know that sounds fucking silly. Sounds like, what do you mean you could be right without being right at the same time? Well, let me fucking tell you. You could be morally correct in a situation where you're getting done wrong, but the response to you doing the right thing isn't always going to be correct. Sorry, just a burp there. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to keep this steady, focused sort of energy onto things that I could continue working on and not just lose my shit, because then that's how I end up drinking. That's how I end up smoking in excess. That's how I end up not taking my own shit as seriously as I should be, and instead take all the bullshit that people are throwing at me way more seriously. So it's like, it's a matter of choice. You know, it's a matter of fucking choice there. And I just don't want to deviate anymore from the progress that I'm already making, because as expressed in this video, I'm not it, bro. I'm not it. Or no, I am. I fucking am, bro. I am it. I've just fucked up so many times. But once I'm on, though, I don't know, man. Fucking. But yeah, been in a pretty good mood recently. Hopefully this angle isn't as chalked, and the whole editing of this video isn't a fucking mental injury for those watching. But yeah, man, I'm at a moment right now where I'm just trying my best to respect money as best as possible so that it could come back and respect me. I had never really had the best habits when it came down to preserving money and utilizing it to get even more money, making it play for me. All the people in my upbringing, any sort of guidance, it wasn't necessarily a present thing. Like, all my family's in debt. Plenty of times in my past where I've seen like a cool shirt, a cool sweater, I'm just like, I need to cop that. Sort of purchases that would just make me feel a little bit better. And that expands to a lot of things. I think definitely the whole delayed gratification thing is very important when it comes down to saving money, because you know, you really need to be content with what you already have. I had a period of unemployment where it really did make me just hold on to the certain resources that I actively have. And you know, having a pretty consistent job, the most consistent job that I've had in a while, even though it's not necessarily the best in terms of treatment and stuff, I get the benefit of just remembering how it was rationing my food, rationing my, health products. Health products makes it sound like I'm a fucking female. I mean, like, you know, body wash, mouthwash, shampoo, all of that, you know. This isn't profound thought. It really fucking isn't. But I see it as an impactful change, because before I wouldn't respect money at all. I would sort of just throw it away and just burn it without even just being cognizant of what to do next, and thinking like things such as like, I don't know, investing or, you know, buying courses, and I guess even doing things like reselling. I saw it as just this insurmountable goal because all the other habits that I've already come to build. But now that I've kind of just sort of straining things out a bit in terms of like, you know, respecting money, I've recently started getting into reselling. Probably just small, minor things. But the fact of the matter is, you know, these are things that I never really got to experience when it comes down to playing with your money. When I make these videos, I know I've already expressed it in the past, but I don't want to make it seem like I've got like, you know, shit on point, because there's obviously things that I really need to work on. To be able to be in a position where I'm teaching myself things that was never taught to me, and this goes beyond the whole finance shit. And I'm really just scratching the surface, especially when it comes down to the wider fucking population of people out there who have experienced things. Seeing my habits and then comparing it to others, it's definitely given me a bit of validation to the circumstances that I've had, but it also reminds me that, you know, I've definitely fucked up throughout the years, and you know, I'm only getting older. It gets fucking scary to get older, but I'm really trying to hold true to the fucking saying, you know, I'm not getting older, I'm getting fucking better. So hopefully by the end of this year I could go ahead and share with you guys the amount of money that I've, you know, accumulated. Hopefully it does get to that 10K. To be at this moment right now where, you know, things aren't fucking balling, things aren't fucking crazy or any of that, but I'm seeing minor progress. It's not minor progress, it's great progress, bro. I really do want 2026 to be an amazing year, and you know, there are some things I haven't been as consistent with, such as these YouTube videos, but I think that what's really important, or at least what kind of remind me is really important, this Sunday I went ahead and started my day off with a prayer, and I was just able to fucking just lock in completely, whereas the past couple of weeks I wasn't able to just record or anything like that, just because whether some internal guilt, whether some, you know, things that I didn't get to say that God was tearing me apart. I think, you know, God comes first. And it sounds so corny, especially for someone like me to be saying stuff like this, considering, you know, my own upbringing and my own viewpoints and the things that I've expressed in the past. But, you know, without God, without religion, you don't have any sort of like safeguard. I don't want to say safeguard, anything really kind of holding you back from certain actions, you know. And you know, I can't do it justice to really explain it, but I'll go ahead and leave it off at, you know, as humans, we're definitely like creatures of habit, and whenever there is no sort of restrictions in terms of your viewpoints, then there's going to be justifications for a lot of negative things that you've come to terms to on your own. And I guess this kind of just contradicts what I was saying earlier about having to teach myself things that wasn't taught to me. But I guess it's a really important thing is self-reflection at the end of the day, you know, being able to discern what is actually good advice and what is actual good action, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the best at speaking, but that's essentially it. Like I said, I do hope that I could go ahead and report the amount of money that I accumulated this year being that of 10,000. Wish me luck. Hopefully I got some more videos cooking up. But yeah, that's essentially it. Feel free to leave a like if you've enjoyed the video or at all interested. Comment down below if you got any sort of money goals yourself, or if there's a certain amount of money that you managed to accumulate that you're kind of proud of at the moment. I'm at 2.5K right now. Exciting stuff. That's essentially it. Let's see how I fucking chop this up.
Oh, my bad. Oh, she got them. Yeah, look at she way down here with it. Yeah, yeah.